being here so late. I was on hiatus for a couple years, so a few things happened. I used to quit my job every time it got in the way of comedy, so I could be on stage 5 nights a week. But then I met a woman who told me that she couldn't get pregnant, and like a sucker, I believed her. So I have a kid now. And and I decided I'm a dad now, and it's time to be a little bit more responsible. So I kept going to work, and I bought a house, and that kind of thing. I moved out to the suburbs with my wife, whom I love, by the way. I think that doesn't get said enough in comedy. I do love my wife. She's a wonderful human being. My life has gotten a lot better. It's pretty great. Seriously, looking like me being single is bullshit. So that woman jumped on a grenade for everybody. She's wonderful. But at any rate, I moved out to the suburbs, and that's new for me. I'm from not great area. I'm from the Camden, Shingle Creek area in North Minneapolis, if you know where that's at. Yep. And I look like me, so it was a fucking problem. And but I moved out to the suburbs. I think I live in the country because you have to cross cornfields to get to my neighborhood now. But my wife, who grew up in a trailer between 2 cornfields, informs me that I actually live in town because there's a Dairy Queen nearby. It's been a bit of a culture shock for me. I've got my neighbor, fucking Steve. And fuck Steve. He's a piece of shit. Alright? There's this weird thing in the suburbs where people feel like by not minding their goddamn business, they're being neighborly, and I don't know what to do with that. I never experienced peer pressure like I have in the suburbs with like caring about your lawn. That's a new thing for me. I was like having a guy get my sprinkler system, because I have one of those now, looked at, and he's like, that'll help with all the yellow shit in the middle there. I'm like, mind your goddamn business, Steve. You're 65, you're fucking retired, and you hate your wife. That's why you spend 20 goddamn hours out here a week taking care of your lawn. Alright? It's created a fucking ripple effect, alright? Your wife hasn't had an orgasm in 20 years. That's why she's a bitch, alright? It's not really her fault. You'd be a little ornery too, okay? Right now, she's frustrated and yelling at a 14-year-old at the Dairy Queen who got his fucking order wrong. You created a Karen with your limp dick behavior, alright? But I love my wife, so I stay inside and fuck her. Speaking of, I have an older joke I'm going to do by request to Ski, who asked me to tell this joke. Right after I graduated high school, I actually dated my English teacher, which was pretty fantastic. Yes, I can prove it. By the way, I understand that requires some disclosure.
So it goes without saying that you were hot for a teacher at one point.
Yeah, that's correct. Don't listen with your fucking mouth. But at any rate, I was dating my high school English teacher, and I thought that she would be good at dirty talking because she had like spent so much time studying poetry and that kind of thing. And I don't know if you've read the Canterbury Tales, but they're quite vulgar. And anyways, we're having sex one time, and she looks back over her shoulder, and she's like, Jacob, great start, love hearing my own name, okay? She says, Jacob, your penis feels so good right now. I'm like, yeah, wait. I wanted you to take me to church, not fucking medical school, lady. Like, what is this nonsense? So I gave her some constructive criticism. I said, I love the energy. Thank you for being willing to be forward like that. However, if we could make the dirty talk slightly dirtier, like if we could get beyond PG and maybe move to PG-13, just as like a step. And she said, yeah, no problem. So the next time we're having sex, I'm fucking her, and she looks behind and she says, Jacob, again, phenomenal start. Quit being a faggot and fuck me like a man. I came so hard, you would not believe. Okay? And I didn't have like a regular orgasm. Normally orgasms are very polite. They announce themselves a bit. They're like, hey, I'm an orgasm. You'll be having me in 5 to 8 seconds. Okay? We'll be here. No, I had what I can only describe as a howl at the moon orgasm. Okay? The kind of orgasm where you turn into a werewolf, alright? That you see the full moon and then and then I was quite sleepy. It was incredible. It was one of the most powerful My life. At any rate, yeah. So my wife, by the way, I'm married happily. My wife was an incredible person. She's 13 years older than me. She's 13 years older. Yeah. I'm 25 and I own a house. By the way, my wife was already in the housing market and had great credit. But yeah, yeah, like that should be the financial advice for people like millennials. Like just fuck older people. It's way, like it's a shortcut that's amazing. Anyways, my wife is 13 years older than me, and when we first started getting together, we first started dating, she asked me like, hey Jacob, do you have like mommy issues or, you know? And I was like, no. But if you wanted to be Big Spoon and read me the Chronicles of Narnia, you totally could. But yeah, my wife refuses to believe she's a cougar, by the way, which is weird because she was in middle school when I was born. But yeah, absolutely. But like, I forgot where I was going with that. She's a cougar, married to my wife. I actually wrote this down somewhere. Give me a second. Yeah, my alcohol tolerance has changed since having a child, and I had exactly 1 beer. Oh yeah, no, the real issue with the older women thing, and I have always been attracted to older women, it's that women my age have this annoying tendency to sound like they're always fucking asking questions, even when they're not asking questions. I have this coworker who's 25 like me, and we'll be outside having a smoke, and she'll say things to me like, I was hanging out with my best friend Tiffany, with that parenthetical question mark. I'm like, what the fuck are you confused about, lady? Were you or were you not hanging out with your best friend Tiffany? Because I don't fucking know, alright? Was it really Tiffany? Is Tiffany not your best friend? What is the fucking question? It's anxiety driving. Like, we were out at, it was like outside February. It's windy. We live in Minnesota. And she's like, it's cold? Yeah, bitch, it's cold. What the fuck? Am I having a stroke where I think it's cold, but really it's not? Are you okay? Yeah, orgasms prevent Karens. We did that one. Peer pressure in the suburbs with my age fiance's a cougar. Yeah, I guess I'll close out on this one. I'm a Christian, which surprises people, mostly other Christians. They like to approach me after my performances and say things like, you know God watched you put that cucumber in your asshole, right? Well, yeah, but that's not why I was doing it. It's not like I felt the Holy Spirit come upon me. And I was like, good idea, Holmes. It's only good if you look, God. But sometimes more secular folks will ask me questions like, did the cucumber hurt? No, the cucumber felt really good. That's why I put it up there. The shampoo I was using for lube hurt. Yeah. No tears my ass.